another GavsWeatherVids live stream. It's Christmas Eve. Yes, it's the 23rd of December. Hello to all of you. We go live across YouTube and live across the world. GavsWeatherVids for a Tuesday evening on the eve of Christmas Eve. Hello to all of you. Thanks so much for being here. I wasn't planning on doing a live stream tonight, actually. I thought I'd probably have a night off and we'd do the next live tomorrow, late Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. But it would appear that the earlier model runs were shifting back in a slightly colder direction again. So I thought, why not have a quick sort of impromptu live stream and, go through the 12s there. And it would be absolutely awesome to do that. So that's what we're going to be doing. It's going to be a very quick live stream. We won't be hanging around on this one. It really will literally be shouting you out and then getting on, with the data. So thank you so much to James here and IJ for moderating on the live stream as ever. Thank you so much, my friend. That's absolutely incredible. We're at 44 concurrent viewers with 9 likes on stream. So please smash that like button, everybody, and let YouTube know that you enjoy the live stream. And it'll be absolutely awesome and epic if you can do that. Darth Vader has arrived! Here we go. Hello to you, Darth Vader! Thank you so much for being on a live stream tonight. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, my friend. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much, Darth, for being here. We've got to 50 concurrent viewers now, 11 likes on stream. So I'm going to go through the live chat very quickly. I'll shout you out, and then we're going to have a look at the 12Z model runs. We'll have this wrapped up certainly by 8 o'clock. We'll go through the GFS ensembles as well. So all of that is to come. You say thanks, Church Change your life shape. Moderator on stream. That'd be absolutely amazing. Thanks, Church Jim. Tales of the unexpected. Happy Eve, Gab. It is Christmas Eve. Unbelievable. Blimey. You're all having a nice Christmas Eve, everyone. Been cold today. It felt cold. When I went to work, 5 a.m. this morning, well, 6 a.m. this morning, it didn't feel too bad. It's a bit damp, bit chilly, but not overly cold. But when I came out, whatever it was, about 3:30, it felt properly, felt proper chilly. So, getting colder, isn't it, at the moment? And those easterly winds beginning to freshen. By Christmas, I reckon we're going to be feeling the chill on those easterly winds, definitely. Right, okay, let's go through the live chat then. So, first person in tonight was Fist. Hello to you, Fist. Thanks so much for being on our live stream. And also, it's that Andrew Davies, hello to you. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. James here and IJ, as ever, with Miss Spanner. Thank you so much, James, for moderating on the live stream. And also, got to say hello to Dandy. Good evening to you, Dandy. Thank you so much for being on the live stream tonight. I hope January brings cold weather, says Fist. The late December cold snap flopped for me a little. Bit of a flop. You don't want a floppy cold spell, do you? Not fully flop, but much shorter than I initially hoped for. I'm so sorry, but it's not working out for you at the moment. Let's hope we have other opportunities as we go through the new year. Hello to Shoot. Good to you, Shoot. Thank you so much for being on live stream. Like, Shoot. So much, my friend, for being here. Matthew Orchard is here. Good evening, Gav. And all is the cold snap back on? Potentially. We'll see. Hello to Al. Thank you so much to Al for being on live stream. Adam Morris is here as well. We've got Ross Miller on our live stream too. Good evening to you, Ross. And Juan, I think, is David Espania, maybe. Hello to you, my friend. We've got ADC, hello to you. Hope you have a lovely Christmas, Gav. Merry Christmas, my friend. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind. Good evening to Jason Sharrett. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening. Unleash the Beast. Hello to Tom Elliott. Thank you so much for being on live tonight. We are so overdue Snowy time, we are, my friend. Definitely. Good into Adrian Major, roaming the Cotswolds. Hello to you, Adrian. Thank you so much for being on live stream tonight. TBOS is here, the best of Sweden. Hello to you. So much for being on live stream, as well as Tales of the Unexpected. Good evening to you, Tales of the Unexpected. Thank you so much for being on our live stream tonight. Okay, we've got Steve Carter in with us as well. Hello to you, Steve. Thank you so much for being here. Jacob Elliott. I don't think I have ever seen models all over the place like this. I have. It's nothing new. Same old, same old. Whenever, you start getting northern blocking and things getting into the mix, it's always a case of model mayhem. Good evening to Laura. Hello to Laura Johnson, a Trade and Nature Show. Hello to you, Laura. Hope you do. Okay. Oh, SB is here. Good evening to my lovely friend, Celestial. Hello to Celestial SB. Thank you so much, SB Westby. Been on live stream. Just had a spicy KFC. Oh, now mouth is burning. Oh, SB. I didn't know you like spice, SB. But they do say spice is, what do they say? Spice is the spice of life, something like that. I don't know. Thank you so much, SB, being on the live stream tonight. James 98, 4-hour drive back home today. Roads were almost empty. It was pretty quiet at Watford Gap for most of the day, but they got busy around lunchtime. But only briefly so. Right, okay, let's come down. Yeah, I think, yesterday was probably the busiest travel day, but not sure. Hello to Paul Girling. Got up to 70 concurrent viewers. We've got 22 likes on stream, so you could smash that like button. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. Hello to Paul Girling. Good evening, Gav. The big question is, will this high pressure be on the moon or just stick around? Will it stick over us? Will it go north? If it goes north, we'll pull in the cold easterlies. If it goes south, we'll drag in the mild westerlies. So it's all to be revealed. It's all to be seen. Hello to Montel Dublin. Good evening to you, Montel. Thank you so much for being on our live stream tonight. That's absolutely incredible. Hello to N. Matthews. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for being here. We've got Chris Ailing on the live stream tonight. Hello to you, Chris. Thanks so much for being here. Roberto is here. Good evening to you. Hi, Gab. Finished watching Elliot's live stream. Now joining yours. I didn't know Elliot was live streaming, actually, but good for him. I hope his live stream went okay. Hello to Nigel Lockhart. Good evening to you, Nigel. Thanks so much for being on our live stream. Hello to Weather Elliot. Good evening to you, Elliot. Thanks for being here. I hope your live stream went well. SB, I love spicy food. Do you, SB? Blimey, SB likes a bit of spice. Love it. Okay, hello to Ashton. Good evening to you, Ashton. Very interesting GFS ensembles. We'll go through those shortly. Thanks so much for being here. It was hot wings, says SB. Blimey. Sounds nice, SB. I hope you enjoyed it. Sounds like you did. Hello to Rachel Jones on there. Thank you so much, Rachel, for dropping into the live chat. We don't bite, so thank you so much for being here and making yourself known to us within the live chat, within the live stream. Thank you so much. Hello to EGKB. Came here from Weather Elliot. Thank you so much for being on the live stream tonight. That's absolutely incredible. We'd like to see new names in the live chat. Hello to Julia Jamie. Good evening to you. Thank you so much, my friend, for being on our live stream. Shoot is saying the ensemble and models have looked great for me, have they? We'll go through the data in a moment. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. Right, okay, so we're hovering about 80 concurrent viewers with 28 likes on the stream. Again, please give us a like. Thanks so much for doing that. And I reckon we're going to start going through the data now. So why don't we do that? So I don't want this live stream to run on. It's Christmas Eve. You've got things to do, be with family and whatnot as we wind down into the Christmas period. So I'm going to turn off a webcam very quickly. Going to turn off the image as well. And I'm going to put up my display capture in 5, in 4, in 3. in 2, in 1. Here we go. We're display capturing on this eve of Christmas Eve, Tuesday the 23rd of December. Mr. Tony Sharp, hi Gav, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Thanks so much for being here. Alphys, looking forward to seeing your 1854-1855 historic video on Christmas Day, Gav. Yes, that's all done. It's in the can. It's ready to go. Been edited. Got all the, got all the additions and whatnot added to it, so that's all ready for everyone, and I hope you enjoy it on Christmas Day. Be released probably about 10 a.m. in the morning, something like that. Right, okay, let's start going through the data then. So we're going to go to UK Met Euro run. First of all, we'll go 72 hours, we'll enable the hover, and we'll have a look. So, high pressure dominating the weather midday on Friday, that's Friday 26th, Boxing Day, bringing in this easterly wind. Now, we find the high pressure going to between Greenland, between Iceland and Scotland, between Christmas and also the New Year there. So very much keeping the idea that we've been seeing in play with model output up to next Tuesday, New Year's Eve, 30th of December. Mostly dry, high pressure centre just to the west. Around that we bring down like a little bit of a northwesterly type flow. It looks quite chilly, but it's not overly cold there, and we're waiting to see whether that high pressure goes anywhere. Interesting icon again is looking like this. So once more high pressure in Scotland and Iceland will be bringing a lot of dry, fine conditions with it. Eventually, we're going to find something a little bit less cold going around the top of the high pressure. So some less cold air and probably quite a bit of cloud coming in from the northwest by the 30th of December. Let's see about any update from the KMA. I doubt we will have done. No, that's just in the process of updates, but only 214 hours. High pressure dominates weather. Sunday the 28th of December. That's looking awesome. We're at 91 concurrent viewers, 32 likes on stream, so could just like that be amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Missing for GFS12Z. So again, high pressure sitting around the country as we're going into the last stages next week. That's Boxing Day. Of course, will bring a lot of dry and fine weather with it. High pressure edging out into the Atlantic and up towards Greenland and Iceland as we go towards Tuesday 30th. Winds in from a north or northeasterly direction briefly around New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Could bring some wintry showers into the east. Remember high topples, and we find milder air coming in around the top with high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north. We end up going into a colder pattern again with high pressure building to our north. Although it's a little bit flimsy, that I have to say, but it does get us back to colder conditions by the 8th of January. We'll look at GEM, then we'll go through the ensembles, then we'll have the ECM, and then we'll get it wrapped up for 8 o'clock. So how does that sound? Only a half hour live stream tonight. Again, don't want to, take up too much of your time on this Christmas Eve. So this is how the GM is looking. Again, high pressure dominating the weather. It's bringing a lot of dry and fine weather with the high pressure edges out to the west of the country and down comes northerly, bring wintry showers into the north from the east just before the new year, only brief and transient, and then we're back into a milder westerly flow into the opening days of January, although that looks like it could be poised to bring down a northerly. If we could go on another day or two beyond that, we would possibly find that high pressure pushing up towards Greenland and low pressure heading through Scandinavia, bringing the wind around to a cold northerly. But it's a little bit inconclusive with that, I have to say. Right, let's start going from GFS ensembles then. So we'll start with the control run. I think we'll run this from New Year's Day. So low pressure to is, let's start from about 180 hours. So this is how the control GFS is looking. Big northerly in across Northern Europe on New Year's Eve. We're on the periphery close to high pressure. Low pressure ring down the North Sea, turning things colder on New Year's Day. So pretty chilly there with the GFS control run. And as we head beyond beyond that, well, we start dragging some milder air from the west and from the southwest, possibly hinting to turning unsettled there, wet, windy by the 8th of January. Right, ensemble member number 1, and we'll run this from 2:16 hours. A little bit chilly, mainly dry there on New Year's Day. High pressure in over top of the country, bringing a lot of dry and fine weather through the first week of January. Probably chilly though with overnight frost. Ensemble member number 2, cold with northerly winds on New Year's Day, and those cold northerly winds persist. Northeasterly winds persist through the first week of January as well, with high pressure just out to our west. So high pressure beginning to slip southwards, just allowing some milder or less cold air to come around the top from the west and from the southwest. Ensemble member number 3 looks very wintry there on New Year's Day. Deep low pressure over the low country is a gale force north or northeast wind. High pressure is out to the west, so that could drive in outbreaks of heavy rain, cold rain, could drive in snow, would depend on the exact parameters within the atmosphere with that deep area of low pressure. Then milder from the west and from the southwest as we go through the first week of January. That's a pancake, high pressure south, low pressure to the north. That's how we end up by the 8th of January. Mild to the south, mild with high pressure south, low pressure to the north. Ensemble member number 4 looks cold and wintry on New Year's Day. Winds in from the north, from the northeast. They could deliver some snow showers with them as well. And beyond that, we keep things cold. Another northerly shock coming through there. And then back in a wind into more of a west or a southwesterly as we go through to the 8th of January. So milder, wetter and windy. A couple of cold snaps there, but nothing lasting. Ensemble member number 5 with low pressure sinking through the north and west of Europe, bringing a lot of cold weather with it for New Year's Day. Back in the wind into a milder westerly, milder, wetter and windier, with deep low pressure heading in from the Atlantic there through the first week of January. That low pressure begins to slip away to the south, allowing high pressure to build across Scandinavia. Winds turning into the east, so becoming cold there by the 8th of January, with low pressure south, high pressure towards Scandinavia. Ensemble member number 6 looks mild on New Year's Day, and we're bringing in a west or a southwesterly wind with that one, and generally keeping things pretty mild as we're running through the first week of January. Turning a bit colder there from the north and from the northwest, but not overly so. Northwesterly winds, pretty wintry showers in the north. Ensemble member number 7 again is looking like this. Low pressure sinking through the west of Europe, bringing cold and wintry conditions with it. High pressure building behind it, so mostly dry, cold, probably overnight frost and that sort of thing. Bit of a gruesome twosome. Into mild west-southwesterlies, though, as we head up towards the 8th of January, turning milder, wetter and windier. Ensemble member number 8 is looking like this. A real mixed bag again from these ensemble members, isn't it? Ensemble member 8, generally mild, wet and windy once again with this one for around the new year. High pressure trying to get going over Scandinavia, but swept aside by the deep polar vortex that's developing there. So just saying, we'll go back into the Atlantic onslaught with that one. Ensemble member number 9, a little bit chilly on New Year's Day, with high pressure to the south and low pressure is away to the north. Westerly winds, southwesterlies, with high pressure building up from the south. That's a mild ridge with that one, bringing a lot of dry, mild weather through the first week of January. Ensemble member number 10 looks quite cold and wintry for New Year's Day, with winds in from the northeast, could deliver snow showers into the north, and another northerly with this low plunging down the North Sea. That could bring quite a bit of heavy snow with it. Beyond that, high pressure blocking things out to the north, a trough of low sitting across the west of Europe, bring cold and wintry conditions. That's how we look as we get to 384 hours, Thursday the 8th of January. High pressure over Scandinavia, winds are in from the east, looking cold and wintry there. Ensemble member number 11 with high pressure. There we go, one big ab live stream without a cough, with high pressure sitting close to the country as we're going through the New Year period, so bit chilly, not overly cold. Winds going into the east and from the northeast under high pressure air further through the first week of January, mainly dry, cold and frosty. We keep that high pressure going all the way up to the 8th of January. Ensemble member number 12 with high pressure just out to west, mild with westerly winds. And then we've got low pressure plunging southwards as high pressure goes up to green. And this looks properly cold, like your temperature properly cold and blocked. Big blocking area of high pressure there around Iceland back to Scandinavia. Winds in from the east that could well deliver quite a lot of snow through the first week of January on those east northeasterly winds with ensemble member number 12. Ensemble member number 13, cold and wintry for New Year's Day. Winds in from the north and from the northeast. High pressure originating from Scandinavia from the Atlantic into Scandinavia. Winds turning into more of a westerly through the first week of January, and then northerly winds taking us to the 5th of January. Cold northerlies coming through then. Beyond that, we find the wind backing into the west again as low pressure forms to south of Greenland. Quite cold through the first week of January with that one. Ensemble member number 14 looks relatively mild for New Year's Day with a westerly flow. High pressure to the south, low pressure is to the north. Turning colder with northerly winds then taking us through into the 8th of January, quite a deep low, plunging through the west of Europe there on the 8th of January as a ridge builds through the Atlantic. So that one becomes colder but takes a little bit longer to get there. Ensemble member number 15 with high pressure way to the northwest, low pressure to the east. Again, we're bringing those winds in from the north-northeasterly direction, cold and wintry there for the new year. Low pressure then heads in from off the Atlantic, bringing quite a lot of wet weather in with it, turning things milder. By the end of ensemble member number 15, low pressure is sitting right over the top of the country, and heights are building to the northeast. That one looks quite cold and blocked at 116 concurrent with 40 likes on stream. So smash that like button, everybody. Thanks so much, everyone, for dear Matt. Richard, Ricardo, that magic water is affecting Gavilar, is it? I don't know, Rich. I'm doing all right, and I'm not doing too badly. Rich saying when it's busy, at least the time goes quicker. It's true, actually. Yeah, when it's busy, well, when it's busy, yeah, it does. It goes quick, doesn't it? Shiram, hello to you, my friend. I wish these Gav live streams we had a series of severe cold model runs, but it's all very flimsy at the moment. It is a little bit, isn't it? But you've got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you? Rich said, like buses here at GavsWeatherVids. No live streams, been 3 in a row. Ho, ho, ho. Not long to go. We're nearly there now, Rich. We're nearly there, my friend. We've also got Pike. Hold on. So sorry, everyone. We've also got Pikehead in with us. Hello to you, Pike. Thanks for being here. Ben's here, moderating on the stream. Thank you so much, Ben. We've got James, Espy, and Ben moderating with us tonight. Hello to Kelly. Number 3 looks stormy and wintry on New Year's Day. Lots of wobbling happening. Might have some deals going on in North America. Could do, or it could just be one of those things. Hello to Mickey Pierce. Good evening to you. Thanks for being on our live stream. We've got KLS, as long as it stays seasonal, that'll do me. Can't be dealing with soggy rain, rainy January. Be lovely to see snow though. Overcough, magic water not curing. Well, oh right, I thought you meant I don't know, I've done something wrong, Rick. Yeah, well, the cough never goes, does it? The cough's always ever present, isn't it? Right, okay, we're having a lovely time on YouTube. Let's get back to the ensembles, men. So we're going to have a look at ensemble member number 16 next. That one's not looking overly cold on New Year's Day. Bit of a northwesterly tight flow. Northerly with low pressure sinking down the North Sea. High pressure out to the west and to the northwest. Bit of a mid-Atlantic ridge there as we're going through the first week of January. So that could bring something rather cold in with it. And then we've got low pressure again sitting just to the west, potentially by the 8th of January, looking quite cold with that one. Ensemble member number 17 with high pressure way to the northwest, low pressure through the west of Europe, mostly dry but probably quite chilly. with that one, high pressure then starts reaching in from off the Atlantic, deep low pressure. Heading south, heading west actually. So building up high pressure. This one keeps winding for west, but building up a blocking feature. Reason being heights aren't falling to the south to allow that low and the jet stream to plunge southwards. Possibly we would get there in the end, but that one, ensemble member of 17, generally quite mild. Ensemble member of 18 keeps us in a cold northerly with low pressure just to the east, high pressure blocking things out around Iceland, so that's cold and wintry, with ensemble member number 18 through the New Year period. We keep those winds in from the north until the end of the first week of January, then we switcheroo to a mild, wet, windy west-southwesterly. Ensemble member number 19 with low pressure to the east, high pressure to the west. That one looks rather mild, I have to say, as we're going into the opening days of January. Westerly winds dominating, low pressure to the north, high pressure is to the south, keeping the wind in from the west and from the southwest. Ensemble member number 20 has high pressure just out to the west, and we bring down a northerly with low pressure sinking through the North Sea, cold and wintry with winds in from a northeasterly direction with that one through the first week of January. Is that going to set Scandinavian high? No, back to wind into west and from the southwest. So what's happening here is that it's trying to get cold. We're trying to bring in these northerly shots on most of these ensemble members, but the problem is that we haven't got northern blocking. It's happening via a mid-Atlantic ridge, and of course with a mid-Atlantic ridge, it's going to be fighting against the jet stream. So the jet stream is running through here, roughly where the black line is. So the mid-Atlantic ridge is trying to push northwards, but there's no real, sort of blocking, or there is on one or two of the ensemble members, but generally most ensemble members don't have any real blocking within the high latitudes. And so the high pressure is trying to get north, but it's got nothing to reach to. And so instead, the jet stream just powers through and sends the high pressure, sends the ridge back southwards again. And as it does so, of course, we reintroduce the areas of low pressure from the Atlantic. It's a classic sort of winter scenario for us. It tends to be how we get our cold snaps, not prolonged cold spells. That happens via a genuine sort of blocking type pattern. Our cold snaps tend to happen, from this kind of a pattern, and it is very typical for a 1990s winter. Actually, we had a lot of this going on, but generally they always came out a little bit on the milder than average side with these toppler scenarios. So this is ensemble number 21. I hope that explains it. Ensemble number 21 tried to build high pressure up over Scandinavia. So a bit of a battle going on with that one. Scandinavian high versus low pressure in the Atlantic. It'd be interesting to ponder which way that would go. This is ensemble member number 22, looking quite cold on New Year's Day with winds in from the northeast. Low pressure south, high pressure is away to the northwest. So with this one, we're going to see that area of high pressure still out to the west of the country. Low pressure remaining to our east and northeast as well. So that one keeps things generally cold through the first week of January, and there could be snow possibilities, especially so for the south and for the southeast. Ensemble member number 23, looking quite cold and wintry on New Year's Day. Winds remaining from that east or northeasterly direction. High pressure is out to the west of the country. Keeping winds in from the north generally through that first week of January, just starting to battle wind more into the west by the 8th of January, turning milder, wetter and windier. Ensemble member number 24 with deep low pressure over country, sinking southwards, and then we've got a ridge just out to our west, reintroducing milder winds from the west and from southwest. However, having to go out building a Scandinavian high back up and get the wind back into the east again. That gets us to the 8th of January, and basically we're back where we're starting right now. A southern Scandinavian high, bringing wind in from a not especially cold easterly source. Ensemble member number 25 with winds in from the north and from the northeast, cold and wintry there for New Year's Day. Turning milder just after New Year's Day, winds in from the west. Mild, wet and windy for a while. Then a hint of a bit of a cold snap, but all the time everything's driving in from the Atlantic, so overall probably quite mild. On Ensemble 26, winds in from the northeast, so on New Year's Day quite cold and wintry there. Backing the wind more towards the northwest. I think it's probably going to drop in a northerly, but it will be transient. So generally relatively mild-ish, I would say, until we end with Ensemble number 26. Cold northerly winds at the end, but again would only be brief and transitory. Transitory, is that a word? Transient. I don't know. Ensemble member 27, deep low pressure, trough through the northwest Europe, cold and wintry on New Year's Day. And beyond that, keeping it cold into the opening days of January. Milder or less cold air starting to head in from the Atlantic, so back into those west-southwesterly as we go later on through the first week of the month. Ensemble member number 28, a bit on the chilly side for New Year's Day with that one. But otherwise, turning wind back into a milder westerly. I'm just going to try and get things colder, I think, but just keeps high pressure through the country, so mainly dry to the end. Send the high pressure towards Greenland, Iceland, right up the end. Winds in from the north. That one looks a little bit colder. Ensemble member number 29 is looking like that. So generally mild, mild, well, a bit chilly for South Beach, only mild for the north and west there around the New Year. That's going to pull up a green high and drop in a northerly, so turning cold, potentially quite wintry with that one. Backing the wind into west right at the very end, and then end up stormy with that area flow. And then finally for your ensemble number 30, with a ridge out to the west on New Year's Day. A little bit chilly for New Year's Day, but not overly cold. Most of the cold is over on the continent. We're on the periphery, protected by that ridge. And as we go through the first week of January with that one, we generally keep it pretty mild there. The ensemble, so a real mixed bag. Most of them going for like short, colder interludes, a couple of cold snaps through the first week of January, but nothing sustained, nothing long lasting. It's how the overall ensemble graph is looking for Birmingham. So this period here is going to be colder than it looks because it's anticyclonic between Christmas and New Year. So where it looks quite mild there, actually it'll probably be quite cold with frost and fog, I would have thought. Then the upper air temperatures drop from about New Year's Eve through the first week of January. Some of the ensemble members are going quite impressively cold there, going down to -10 at 850 HPA. It looks like it's going to be a relatively coldish first week to January, but it won't be like sustained northern blocking there. Snow row for Birmingham. Looks like that. Not too bad. It's extended range though, so it's unreliable. Best snow spikes are late on. And I say that's very unreliable time frame stuff. Obviously no snow to come between Christmas and the New Year. Finally, we'll have a look at the ECM and then we'll get the live stream wrapped up. Thank you so much everyone for checking into this very impromptu live stream. So let's quickly go through the ECM then. And again, we're starting off with that high pressure over southern Scandinavia, bringing in those drier, colder easterly winds over the next few days. Looking quite cold down in the south as we get towards Christmas Day. High pressure sitting close to the country as we go through into Christmas to New Year period. So a lot of dry weather under that area of high pressure at 1,040 to 1,045 millibars. That really does scream frost and fog, doesn't it? Gruesome twosome. So I think we will be having frost and fog between Christmas and the New Year. Heading to the New Year, the high pressure goes on the move, probably turns less cold and rather cloudy with winds backing into more of an Atlantic source. Into the opening days of January, pulling up a mid-Atlantic ridge, sending it to Greenland, dropping down a cold northerly, potentially, so north to northeasterly winds there through the first week of January, looking cold and wintry for a few days first week of January. Could deliver snow into the north and the east. I think it'll backwind into the west again, though, at the end. So, as you say, it's cold. It is having a go at building up a Scandinavian high as well, but I think days of Scandinavian high will probably be numbered, given the strength of polar vortex around here. But it is having a go at building up a Scandinavian high via a ridge in the Atlantic. So, but inconclusive, but that looks quite cold, actually, from the ECM through the first week of January there. So it's all to play for, really. Nothing's decided, is it? Nothing's determined, and it's all on the table. All options are out there, and it's going to be interesting to see how this works out over the coming few days. Just say that if you enjoy this live stream, please consider giving a donation to GavsWeatherVids. It's our PayPal page. I'll link is in the description with the video. So, with the live stream, well, it will be a video after stream. No, the link is in the description. First thing you see. So, if you can afford to give a donation to GavsWeatherVids, that'd be absolutely amazing. We'll give you a shout out and a Merry Christmas. Merry Crimbo in the video. So 127 concurrent viewers. Big old live stream. Very impromptu. Even Christmas Eve. So, thank you so much, everyone, for an amazing, very impromptu and very big live stream. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, okay, so Pikehead, as I say, I'm not expecting a freeze up. Well, just colder will do me. It is. I mean, it's getting colder now, so do not pop your head out the back door. That easy wind is starting to get a bit of a chill to it. So already it is getting colder. We will be, I think, having a cold and frosty period between Christmas and the New Year, and then the first week of January, I would imagine. A little bit flimsy, but probably a couple of cold snaps coming through there, but probably not sustained, probably transient and whatnot. Here's the link to our PayPal, by the way, and I shall pin that in the live chat too. So that's the GavsWeatherVids PayPal page. You'll get a shout out and a happy Christmas from Gav if you give a donation. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, okay. So, yeah, I think that'll be cold actually the first week of January. I doubt it'll be sustained. We've probably got to get, like, proper blocking, going. And we shall wait and see. Sam Parker. Oh, no, I'm late. Hi, Gavin. No problem, my friend. Ben said the wind is very chilly. It is, Ben. Yeah, getting a chill to it. I noticed that when I came out of Watford Gap this afternoon compared to when I went in this morning. What's Ricardo saying? Gruesome twosome, but welcome. We love a bit of a gruesome twosome, don't we? Kieran, can't believe I missed second live stream in a row, Gav. Late on parade again. No problem, my friend. Thank you so much for checking in at the end. These are very impromptu, on the fly. I could have done this as a video. I did think I probably would do it as a video upload, but then I thought, well, why not do a little live stream and, say hello to everybody, because I haven't done much live streaming this year, and to be honest, it's really, really nice to get back to it after that epic stream that we did at the end of November, where we had nearly 300 concurrent viewers, and it was just absolutely incredible and amazing. Well, it's given me a new lease of life, really. And so I haven't done much live streaming at all in 2025. I've been letting you all down and slacking off on the lives. So I just want to stream with you and be with you for a little while. And so that's why I thought, well, instead of a video, which I could have done it as, and I did think I probably would, I'd do it as a quick live stream. But it's something really important, Kieran. And as I say, from the 28th, I don't show the announcement, Kieran. 28th of December, Sunday, this coming Sunday live streams are back. I know that's your birthday, Kieran, so you'll have a live stream 28th of December on your birthday, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'll probably send you a DM a little bit later, my friend, and see how you're doing. All right, okay, if anyone say thank you to James, to SB, and also to Ben for moderating on the live stream. By the way, Ben, your calendar is in the post now. It's on its way to you. Can't guarantee when it gets there, though, but hopefully you'll have it for New Year. But if anyone say thank you to James, to Ben, and to SB for moderating, that'd be absolutely awesome. Richard, have a great night. Christmas period, everyone. Yeah, have a lovely night, everyone. Okay. Merry Christmas, guys, says Emma Jenkins. Hello to you, Emma. Hope you're doing okay. Emma, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. Very Merry Christmas. Paul Miller, hi Gav. Maybe a technical white Xmas if we can get the odd flake in that easterly over Xmas. We shall see, my friend. Best possibility about, I would imagine, is the further south glass. A little bit strange and unusually so, but if you're down on the south coast, maybe Channel Islands, closest to where the coldest of the hour, most east wind is going through France, then maybe there's a possibility. We shall see. Right, okay, so tomorrow, well, I haven't done a weekend broadcast, have I? Since I've been working at Watford Gap, because I'm always busy on a Saturday, but tomorrow we're going to have a weekend broadcast, I think, well, anyway, weekend broadcast for Christmas week, so that's a tradition at GavsWeatherVids. We'll have that for you tomorrow on Christmas Eve. 6 a.m. broadcast starts off, of course. Probably going to squeeze in a 10 to 14 day at some point, and we will be live late tomorrow. So a late Christmas Eve live stream, probably starting around 11 p.m., half 11 p.m. It's nothing important. So I know this is Christmas Eve. Who's that? Charts, sorry. Hi, Gab. Best live streaming for charts. Appreciate the work. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm not the best, but, I've been doing it a long time. I've been doing this since 2019. I was really, really terrible at the start, but I got better as the years went by. And so I know how to do a live stream, but I'm not the best. There are far, far better live streamers out there than me, I'm sure. But that's very kind. Thank you so much. So, going to be, proper Christmas Eve at GavsWeatherVids tomorrow, starting with 6 a.m. broadcast. We'll try and do weekend forecast for the entire Christmas week, squeeze that in. We're going to have a 10 to 14 day, hopefully, in the afternoon, and then live about 11, half 11 p.m. at night, live streaming into the first minutes of Christmas Day. And that's going to be really nice. But obviously, I appreciate, it's family time. It's family time. So if you can't check in, it doesn't matter. Don't feel like you gotta check into that. It's for those of us, but want to be hanging out late on Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, but it's a time for family, so if you want to be with your family and that, then that's absolutely fine. Don't feel like you have to check in to the Christmas Eve late stream. But for those of you that do, we'll be live late on Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. It's become a tradition that GavsWeatherVids over the past few years, so maybe I'll see you then. And then don't forget, we've got the historic video coming up on Christmas Day, looking at the winter of 1854, 1855. Right, okay, well, I wish some of you, because not all of you were checking to the late Christmas live stream, Christmas Eve live stream, so I wish some of you a Merry Christmas. I wish all of you a Merry Christmas. And for those of you, though, that are going to check into the stream late tomorrow night, then I'll see you there. For this one, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas Eve of Christmas Eve. And that's all for now. Have a great rest of your Tuesday evening. Bye for now.